Alright everybody, welcome back. It's Monday. Finishing up the day. Now it's about 5:30, about 200 pull-ups in, heading to jiu-jitsu after 20 minutes into the sauna. And we'll start over tomorrow with some sprints at the track. Have a good Monday evening. See y'all there. Okay, last night at jiu-jitsu, I think I banged my knee. That was a bruise, hopefully. Didn't really feel it right when it happened, but after the round happened, it kind of swelled up pretty quickly and I lost quite a bit of range. So I don't think it was a tear. Unfortunately, everybody who says they've torn something right through here says it didn't feel like a tear and that there's hardly any pain. So we'll kind of see how that goes the next 2 or 3 days. Hopefully still be able to go to Worlds at the end of August, and if this is just something minor, bruise will go away in a couple of days. But still gonna cycle for 2 hours today and get around 150 pull-ups in, so that way this setback can be minor. Today I wanted to take a second and talk about knee and joint and elbow injuries altogether. I know I've done a video on tennis elbow, but last night let's see here, either bruised or slightly tweaked something, a sprain in my knee. And most people would tell you, and if you looked it up, it'd say that ice it and rest it. With a small group of other people, don't agree with that anymore, so I like to test those theories on myself versus just telling everybody, because I also don't want someone to run with everything I say and get hurt later. But right now what I've got is some compression on here instead of icing it, which I believe will slow down the healing process, and then you're taking Advil and all these things that also plenty of studies show will slow down the healing process. With this compression here, I was having trouble this morning locking my leg out here to full extension, and then I'd be fine until about right here where there creates the most pressure on the knee, and just sitting right here. So what I've done is wrap the compression around the joint in the bruised area, and I've been working through those. Probably had a pain of about 7 or less on these starting out, but after doing this for about 4 to 5 minutes and then taking the compression off, what it's gonna do is the restricted blood flow will then be pushed through by fresh blood, getting some of that inflammation out of there, helping you gain the range of motion back versus sitting around long and not doing anything. I think plenty of us remember when we were kids, spraining our ankles or hurting ourselves, and it hurt really bad at first, but you play the rest of the day, and then the injury never really lingered. These days, as soon as we get hurt, we sit down, we ice it, we rest it, and I don't think we're doing ourselves any favors necessarily. But that's what I'm working on today. Kind of threw off my week, trying to get this knee back, so hopefully I can be ready for rounds and promotions on Saturday for jiu-jitsu, trying to get to Worlds and actually be competitive. And then after that, I'll be chasing the 10,000 pull-ups in a day record. So back to the pull-ups. finish this workout, I will be putting the compression band back on for a short period and trying to work through these ranges again here. It's really, feel the swelling in here. I can see a veins on this side that I can't see on the other side from the swelling, but I'll be compressing it again and working in here, flexing right here with my knees locked out where there's pressure while that compression band's on, and then I'm pain free all the way till about here again. So I'll have that compression in and I'll really work through those ranges versus trying to stay off it for 3 days. I'm not saying there aren't occasions where we should let something rest or that you shouldn't ice something after a surgery or anything like this, but most of our joint sprains, ankle sprains, anything that's not a full tear can and should be rehabbed with minimal ice and minimal Advil, Tylenol, etc. So I'll get off my soapbox about that.